What's happening? Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of Not Right, Not Wrong. This your boy Ja in the chat, in the building, in the house, and I got my comrades, my cohorts, the ever Empress D1. What's good with you, lady?
Muy buen. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm all good. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to be here with everybody this evening.
Yeah. Smooth Mark, Dark Mark. What's good with you, Playboy?
You see it.
Yeah, you're ready.
I'm good, man. Another day. Thank God we're here at this moment. You know, we brought in the heavy artillery for this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another classic, man.
Another classic. Why is it gonna be another classic? Because we got family in the building. We got family.
You see it. You see it.
We got members of the 92.6 WKPB tribe in the building joining us, and more guests are to come, possibly. But right now, we got Miss August Styles from the Beauty Cave.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And we got none other, my man, Fly Guy, Big Dap,
Dap Boogie,
Big Diplano, straight from the block.
Yo, what's going on? Straight from the Blizzy.
Straight from the
block.
You heard? What's good?
Not right, not wrong, but today, yeah, the ladies can be wrong, and we can be right. That's how we doing it today, you know.
Yeah, man. We got a nice, interesting show today. Dap, what's good with you, family? You all right?
I'm gravy, baby. I'm good to go, ready to enjoy the show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Welcome. Good to have y'all here. You know, we all family here. We all members of the 92.6 tribe. Not right, not wrong. Airs. Bill switched our schedule, so we're gonna be on Saturdays now, right?
Not yet. February 3rd.
Until further notice.
Change coming soon.
Change coming soon. Change soon come. But right
Very soon.
Right about now. Not right, not wrong. Still airing Friday nights, 6 p.m. to 7.
Yes, sire.
You'll be listening to us then Friday night, 6 p.m. to 7. Miss Styles, tell the people when your show comes on, the Beauty Cave, ma'am.
Yes, Beauty Cave comes on every Saturday at 1 p.m. However, we are on a break and we start up again in February. So
all right,
stay tuned.
Dig it.
Oh, so we got you in here when you on a break and stuff. We interrupted.
Right? Nice. Look at that.
Right. I've been needing this.
Privilege.
Oh, that's love right there. You know, she on her break and she chose to chill with us for a little bit. Yeah, Big Dap, straight from the block. Tell the people what time you air for us.
Yeah, Straight from the Block airs on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. and Saturday at 3.
Dig it.
So we have 2 shows during the week.
Yeah.
Gotta keep y'all up to date with the sports.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, that show. Yeah, y'all definitely got to tune in. They also got a YouTube channel, Straight from the Block YouTube channel. I enjoy the show. I watch the show myself. I definitely rock with the show. Them dudes break it down like dudes from the hood, like how we chilling in the stoop or chilling in the barbershop, but they break it down that way, but a little bit more analytical. With a little bit more analytical, not just nah, cause see LeBron. Nah, they don't do that. They got a little,
just a smidge.
Yeah, a little smidge.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, but they break it with a little bit more analytical with it. So shout out to Straight from the Block. Shout out to the Beauty Cave. Those ladies bring you up with the current events and what's happening and going on in the celebrity world, in the social world, in the community world. They give us the
Beauty Cave also comes through with sports. The ladies are also doing sports.
They do. Yeah. No doubt. Giving us
sports, beyond sports.
Yeah, giving us the tea. Yes.
Beyond sports.
But tonight, we're having a different topic. And of course, I'm speaking the most because I am hosting this topic. It's my episode tonight. And tonight's topic is Ask the Opposite Sex Part 2. I know we did. Yeah, I know we did this before. You know, we're gonna be asking questions to each other out of curiosity of why the opposite sex behaves certain way. We trying to understand, trying to get some clarifications. We got
and get
questions
educated.
and educated. Clarification and education. Yes.
There you go. There you go.
That's the purpose of this episode of Ask the Ops or Ask the Opposite Sex Part 2. We already did Part 1 with the lovely Miss Annette Nicole. That was a great show.
I
Shout
love the title, Ask the Ops. That's my favorite part.
Yes, yes, yes. So Styles and Dap, they know the format, they know how it go. So without further ado, we're gonna get this show started. And of course, being the chivalrous man that I am, we're gonna allow the ladies to ask their questions first.
Why
So
not? We gentlemen.
we are gentlemen. So Miss Styles or D1, which one of you would like to present the question first? Go ahead.
I'm gonna let Styles go first if that's okay.
Yes, let the guest of honor go first. Yes.
Okay, I want to know,
Uh-oh.
why do men care about women keeping themselves together when as your age you walk around with beer bellies?
Like that. I like that.
Hold on, before you
She
answer,
coming for our,
before
she
you
coming for our
answer,
next. Yo, she coming
we-
for our next, y'all.
she coming for your next.
Damn.
But can we talk about the
Damn.
presentation? Can we talk
Damn.
about the delivery?
Damn.
Right. Uh-huh.
Damn. We came out swinging, huh?
Yeah, they stay coming out sweet.
We
So
didn't
that
even
came-
warm up. We didn't even
They-
stretch out. You
Uh-huh.
understand? Just all right.
so that came out swinging too. It's all right though.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. She came
can
out
take it.
swinging.
Yeah, we can take it. We can take
It's a
it.
go. It's a go.
So, Ms. Styles, we are so concerned about the upkeep of women while we walk around with beer bellies, pot bellies. And your question is why that is.
Yes.
All right. Do you brothers want me to take a crack at this, or any of y'all want to answer?
You set it off, JJ. You set it off.
All right. Let me answer this as best as possible, because the intent is to speak for all men, although we really can't. But here it goes. Because. Yeah.
Because
Because beauty is you gotta be Styles. You gotta be Styles.
You're trying to be too selective with your words.
Yeah, you see me. You see my mind running, right? Like
You
wanna
you're thinking too much.
He wanna
Yeah.
Spin
curse.
it off the dome.
He wanna
man.
curse.
Spin it off the dome,
I'm-
man.
I
Spin
listen
it off
too
the
much. Yes,
dome.
He wanna
Styles-
curse. Don't curse, John. Don't
Styles got
curse.
me on the ropes already. I give it to you, Styles. Styles got me on the
Trying to
ropes.
be safe. Don't play it safe, John.
No. Okay. Here's my answer. Because
Cause we could do that. That's it.
Oh,
That's it. Cause we could do that. That's it.
that wasn't gonna be my answer. My answer.
John, I was helping you.
My answer is because women we feel that women focus more on bank while men focus more on beauty. So from our perspective, we feel that y'all bank is more important than beauty, where it's the opposite. Beauty is more important to us than bank.
okay.
Yeah. So that's my answer to that.
I got a much simpler answer.
Yeah, D.
We visual
Yeah,
creatures. We visual creatures, so you got to keep us visually, right? So that's why we want y'all to keep up with the parents that caught us in the first place. Women, not so much. If y'all cared as much about the pot belly, trust me, a lot of dudes would be walking around with 6 packs.
A lot of us would be in the gym. Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah,
of us
we
would
be
be
in the gym for our body.
Yeah.
If there wasn't other ways to keep you guys interested, we'd be all fit and slim and nice and trim.
Yes, yes. So, all right, Dap, it's on you.
Wait, hold on. Before y'all move
Oh.
on,
Uh-oh.
I didn't know if C1 was going to weigh in on this one or not. But Styles, thank you so much for this question because it was on my mind too, but I was going to word it differently.
Yeah.
And my wording was going to be something like, why do men think that women are not visual creatures? Because y'all get on my nerves with that. Y'all get on my whole nerves. Like y'all see us go crazy out here for Idris, for Clifford,
Todd.
Hey.
or y'all see Michael B. Jordan. Y'all see us go bonkers for these people. We would love to have to be visual with y'all too. But y'all, if y'all not giving us the visual, then we gonna settle. What else can we get? Oh, maybe we'll go for the wallet. What is this man giving?
You gotta give us money, something, right?
It gotta be something. We love eye candy. I love some eye candy on my arm. I have so many message threads with women only, and please believe we are dirty. We will pass around all of the messages of men. We see all the DPs that has double meaning. I didn't mean it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
This done
forget
took
it.
a different turn.
It took a turn. I meant penis pics. I didn't mean.
I love when she just starts talking.
You
Just
know
keep
what I'm
going.
saying? You're all ready. Let's keep it there. Jai, you the host.
Get
Where
it.
you want to go with it?
Forget it.
You let him know.
Soprano, come through with your question because I done said too much.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Dap. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't get the chance to check out the previous show, so I hope my question counts.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
My
on. Wait,
question to the
yeah.
lady.
What you mean you didn't get a chance to check out? Cut him off. Cut him off.
I didn't. I didn't. I'm being honest. I ain't no
Yeah.
lie up here. Ain't no future in front. But so my question to the ladies is: do you and your lady friends, even the ones that's in relationships, partake in extracurricular activities while on girls trips?
Oh.
The old girls trips question. Yes. The girl trip question. All right, ladies.
We're speaking for all women here.
Nah, just for some.
That's Mark's rules. Some, not all, some.
Yeah, some, not all.
But I say we know we can, but we're gonna try to. We're gonna represent each other's gender.
Do we? I think some women do engage in extracurricular activities. There's certain places like Vegas. What happens in Vegas, stay in Vegas. I think that's a universal rule. So people take advantage of that. Or you go out of the country, it doesn't count. I've heard that rule. You out of the country, it don't count. When you come back in the country, it's a whole different story. So my answer is
I'm clutching my pearls. I'm clutching my pearls.
some women do engage in
Oh,
extracurricular
God.
activities on girls' trips
While in relationships.
while in relationships.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was clear on that. Okay.
It don't count if it's out of the country.
Oh, really? Copy
Well,
that.
I never heard that rule. That's
Oh, I've heard it. I've heard it. I've heard it.
it
Trust me.
don't apply if
Trust me,
it's
man.
out of the country.
Interesting.
Wow. So if you're on a
Mhm.
cruise, right? So once the cruise ship get in the international waters, then it's all good, right?
It don't count.
Wow.
But see,
Okay.
I would be weary about what you do in public, especially on a cruise ship, because you're stuck there for a long time and people can record you. When you're out like on an island somewhere, you're in different spots, you're moving around too much for somebody to like be interested enough to be like, oh, this girl right here, she's one, let me catch her. See, a cruise is different.
Yeah, indeed. Now,
It-
let me,
That's a lot of
See, women are tactical. It's rules to this.
Now let me add a second question to that one. Why? Why do some women do extracurricular activities on girls' trips when they got a man at home? Why?
The point of the girls' trips are to have fun. I
Yeah.
think everybody, I'm being honest. I think everybody, especially in a relationship, sometimes think about what it was like to be single. And when you go on like these girls' trips or guys' trips, which we're not really talking about the guys, we're talking about the girls. When you go on these trips, it's like, I'm free.
Okay.
You have fun.
All right.
I
All
just
That's
want to
fine.
weigh in. I want to weigh in and I want to say, no, women do not engage in extracurricular activities when they go on girls' trips. No women, single women, women in relationships, no.
I see.
I don't know if we believe that.
Y'all just jet. Y'all just jet ski.
Yeah.
Y'all
It's
just
the
Yeah,
way
she was like,
D1
she had to-
face just
Yeah.
changed all that.
She had to
all
balance
that,
it out.
all
That's
that.
what
Yeah,
it felt like she was
yeah.
trying to balance.
Yeah. So some women do, some women don't.
just jet ski and whitewater rafting, right? That's it, right?
And church.
And
Church.
church.
On a girls' trip.
This
to
church on the
church.
girls' trip.
Yes,
But
sir. Yes. Yes,
you know
sir.
what's funny about the girls' trip, right? So it was about 5 or 6 of them going. So whether or not they already have in mind to get out there and smash, whether or not they're coming about why they're out there, within that 6 girls, it's probably one of them that's telling the girl, nah, you shouldn't do that. You know, Mark is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? It got to be at least one of them that say you shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But the difference with guys, if we go on like, you know, bus rides, we all know about bus rides that used to go on, ski trips, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
None of the dudes would be like, yo, Mark, chill, man. You got a good one in the crib. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Like, yo, do your thing, man. You understand? Need the room too? All right, cool. Boom. I'll be at the bar. Let me know when you're done so I could bring mine. You know what I'm saying? But when the
Wait.
girls
So
trip,
that's never happened to you, Mark? No.
what?
Nobody ever tried to reel you back in? No.
What you mean on the ski
On the
trip or
bus?
something?
Yeah.
No,
Nobody.
I'm saying, nah, fellas are nah. They like, yeah, nah, do that, do your thing. But I'm sure on the girls' trip, it's probably one of them that say, chill, you shouldn't do that. Styles, you shouldn't do that. D1, you shouldn't do that. Why y'all don't listen to that voice of reason?
Because you know Mark is a good dude.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as they mention Mark, then all bets are
That
off.
is true. That is true.
They're
Yeah,
like, oh
That's the reason.
yeah.
that the only reason why I'm saying is because something like this happened to me, right? So she back from the trip, right? She back home in the crib, unpacking and everything. Hey, what's up, babe? What's up? How was it? Yeah, it was cool. Everything was good. I was the John Paul. I was nice. DJ was good. DJ was good, right? So she just giving you bits and pieces. So one of the girls that she went on the trip would call her up, make sure she and you in. Yeah, I'm in. Oh yeah, this is how. Why you sir? You understand? But I'm getting bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That's how you know. Oh, word.
Keep it very PG. We'll keep it very PG.
Very. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all right. You skiing and everything. You was on the slopes and a little bit. We ain't really do too much.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Then the girl called on the check-in. Oh, give me a second. Let me take a phone call. She gotta go in the room, take the call.
Definitely gotta go in the room.
Gotta
See,
go
but
in the
that
room.
doesn't mean she was hiding something from you.
Come on now.
Research
Stop
studies
it.
say that
Research
use
studies. Ooh.
men use 3,000 words in a day and women use 10,000. So she was preserving her words with you. She was trying to speak your language. Her homegirl called, she could use all her extra words.
Yeah, she can talk because you guys' attention span is not so
Sure.
broad, right? So we gotta keep it. This is what happened. It was fun. It was good. Because half of the time, y'all don't care about what we saying. So we keep it good. But then when we speak to our girls, like, girl, blah, 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 and we don't stop.
Girl, Clifford, did you see Clifford?
But sometimes also, Mark, if she goes in the room or something, she might be saying something about her friend. Like it could be someone else did something. It doesn't necessarily have to be her.
Dig
And
it.
guys are very like funny about female friends. Like if you got that one hoe friend, y'all think everybody a hoe.
Facts.
She gonna change your girl, your
Facts.
woman, and don't hang around her. So she gotta watch what she says about her friend.
Yes, yes. And before D,
But y'all don't feel that. Y'all don't feel that way. Y'all don't feel that way about men.
Yeah.
If it's me, Mark. Hey, look, if it's me, Mark and Jai out, you know, you have faith in Jai. Holding it down.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
what's going on? Well,
Hey,
before,
what's going on? What's going on?
hold on. Before
I know I done missed a bunch.
Yeah. You ain't missed much. We just getting started, brother. We just getting started. But let me properly introduce you into the show before D1 poses the next question. We got on the show the fearless leader, fearless leader of 92.6 WKPB family, Mr. Ben Pryor.
Ben Boogie,
sir?
what up?
What's
What it
good,
do,
y'all?
King?
I see y'all got the shenanigans going, so let me
Yeah.
join it.
It done started. It done started.
Let me get it. Let me get in on this, on the fuckery and foolery.
Yeah. Of course. You know, the show is Ask the Opposite Sex, also known as Ask the Ops Part 2. So we're hoping Saucy can join us as well. So August, you know, tell Saucy if we still got time, like slide on in.
Take it.
We make it more fun. The more the merrier.
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
yes. D1, pose your next question, my dear. It's the lady's turn to ask us a question, Ben.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that men are more loyal to their male friends than they are to their female partners, their girlfriends or their wives. Meaning that I think that you guys are more protective in a sense and more honest and more forthcoming with your male friends than you are with your female counterpart, than you are with your wife, than you are with your girlfriend. Is that true or is it not true?
Go ahead,
Ben
Ben.
is raising his hand.
He,
We got,
he
Ben, you
raised
can
his
raise your
hand
hand.
before
Go
you
ahead,
even
Ben.
what are we
finished.
doing?
Hey, I wanted to be the first one in on this one. That's why I'm like, hey,
Jump in,
Hey,
Jai.
brother.
yes, we are.
Ben.
Yes, we are. We are way more loyal with our friends than we are with our women, and we're more honest with them because there's no judgment. You guys say y'all want honesty, but if I told you, yeah, I was out and I was rubbing up on this chick's ass at the club, but I wasn't, excuse my French, but it was just a dance, y'all not gonna take that very well. I could tell Mark and I could tell Jai, I could tell DePlano that, and it ain't no nothing. Now, if you told me you was in the club dancing with some dude and yeah, y'all, I know how you dance, so I'm gonna just assume that's how you was dancing, and I'm cool with it because I'm assuming it's just a dance. But then we get all the other extra stuff. A lot of times, and I'm not saying all women, but there's a lot of women that it's not a safe space to be completely honest. And when you really think about it, like real talk, who's ever completely honest with their mate? If you could say you're completely honest, you're a liar.
Facts.
You're lying.
Facts.
You're
I'm
lying.
completely honest.
You're lying. So I know you lying. So like,
Oh, damn.
God. He got the receipts.
y'all are
Oh,
lying.
Look,
man.
I'm a horrible liar. I start like
Oh, no.
stuttering
Listen.
and stuff.
You gotta
Listen,
stay loyal then.
Oh,
You
man.
gotta stay
Yeah.
loyal then.
y'all could tell me all, y'all could say that all you want, right? But there's always been somebody that you just like, nah, I ain't telling him that. We all do it. We lie. Everybody, human beings just lie, period. Because you don't want the consequences that might come with the reaction you'll get from telling the complete truth. And there's always a reaction and a consequence for telling your truth. You might not get it right away, but there's always some residual effect from being completely honest all the time, you know, because like I love my wife to death, but I know when I'm completely honest, I get side looks and I don't know. Now, she might not get mad or whatever, but I'm getting judged for some of the stuff I say, and I don't have a filter. So I just tell it like it is, and she's looking at me like, oh, who did I marry? Like, what is this? So it's the
Being
judgment.
completely honest and how you say things are two totally different things.
Oh, I sugarcoat it because I know my personnel. So if I said it the way I would say it to the Plano, or if I said it to Ja, one of them, it'd be totally different than I would say it to her.
But wait a minute,
That's
Ben.
how you say it.
Ben, I got a follow-up though.
Sure.
I asked you about loyalty. I asked the fellas about loyalty, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And so if you are being loyal
Mhm.
to your female counterpart, to your wife, hey, wife,
Mhm.
if you are being loyal to her and you know that she would not appreciate your dancing behaviors in the club, I don't know what you do when you go to the club, Ben, but if you know she wouldn't
Well, I don't go no
appreciate
more.
it, wouldn't loyalty mean not engaging in a behavior that's disloyal to her?
Well, yeah, if when you put it like that, yes, I'm completely loyal. I'm not gonna do anything because I'm a representation of her when she's not around, and vice versa. So I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna make her look silly in the streets when I'm out there, just doing Ben stuff. I'm gonna be respectful about it. But
Doing Ben stuff.
when you said loyal and honest, more honest with your friends, and I'm like, yes, we are more honest with our friends than we are with our counterpart. Now, loyal, it depends, because like, how many breakups have you had in your life?
Why are you in my business?
You in mine. So we've
Different.
all had a ton of breakups, right?
Facts.
You all have friends that y'all been friends since y'all was young. These guys are still here. And you've had many guys come and go, and these guys are still they still here.
Hold on.
Yes.
Can we strike that from the record? Can we strike that I've had many guys come and go? Strike that part from the record.
You're right.
Well,
You've
Ja
had
the
two
editor.
guys come and go, and these two guys are still here. So, like, sometimes people come and go. They say everything, nothing lasts forever. So why would love be an exception? You can always break up with your wife, your mate. There's divorce for a reason. So, your friends, they're always, most of the time, if they're your true friends, they're gonna be there no matter what.
Dig it.
Yeah, I think another reason to add to that, D1, is because it's just a brotherhood. You understand? And in regards to us being loyal to our friends, and this is not something we speak about. We just grow up with it. We just understand that he understands what I'm going through. And we don't even got to say too many words. We could just kind of show on our face. Like if I see Ja and I'm going through, as soon as I see him, he already know what it is. And you're gonna be like, wife, yeah, done. We even got, yo, let me get you this drink. You understand? Then I could tell him everything. Just flat out honesty, 100% this. And he gonna understand everything I'm going through. He may not have necessarily been in that situation, but he's just gonna understand. And it's good to know someone understand. Whether or not he give advice is up to him. Whether or not I take it, that's up to me. But it's just good that someone really understand, man. So that 100% honesty, like same thing. People always say this. The missus, the wifey, she in the mirror trying on the dress, right? She turning all kind of different way. Babe, how do I look in this dress? That shit is butt ugly, right? Why can't I say that? You understand? Like,
I do.
You see what I'm saying? Right, but I'd be like, maybe different color, other angle, but they say happy wife, happy life. They don't say anything about the man. Where does the man figure into that?
House.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't know that. Ben flipped that.
Yeah, I subscribe.
The original,
I subscribe to that.
the original saying was the happy wife, happy life. But
You up next, man. Yeah, go ahead.
The honesty in regards to the friends, he said no judgment, it's no judgment, and it's just a brotherhood. We know that he'll understand.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
D1, I'm gonna reverse that question on you. Do you tell your man the same things you tell your girlfriends?
Yes.
You're lying.
Now, no, I'm not. I'm not. Now,
No, let
I
it,
will
yeah,
say
yeah.
now, there
Mhm.
was a time in my life that I did not.
Okay.
There was a time that I didn't. But now, honestly and truly, now, well, I'm not in a relationship right now. But when I was, my most recent relationship, he knew everything about me. He knew much more about me than any of my girlfriends,
Okay.
any of them.
I can respect that. How about you, August?
I do. My man is so laid back and down to earth and non-judgmental. Like it makes it easier to do that. So yes.
Now, can he tell you
I want
anything?
to.
Yeah, but even yes, he can tell me anything. But and I say this as well. That doesn't mean that I may not get upset or I may not get sad or that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a reaction. But yes, I prefer that he told me everything because I'm the type, if I find out later about anything, I'm going to be pissed off. You should have just told me and let me go through the motions. Because now I could just be like, all right, this is how I'm going to move from here. If I find out, I'm going to harbor on it for years. And yeah, I don't like that when women got to keep bringing stuff up. So if you got to hide it, it's going to keep coming up.
But y'all don't gotta keep coming up, bringing it up. Y'all can,
For me, it does because it's a trust thing. So I feel like even if it's something little, like I can't trust you with anything. So I'd rather you tell me now because if something does come up and I didn't know, it must be a reason why he didn't tell me, but I know that I have that trust. Like,
But I also think with loyalty, right? And this is to you, D1. Like when you think of loyalty, uh, I think it was Mark who said that women come in and out of Ben. That said women come and go. But there's a certain different type of loyalty with your friendships. For instance, with with male friendships, like some of my dudes, and y'all know some of the guys on Straight from the Block, like some of these guys I could depend on in life and death. You know what I mean? So if you got a friendship like that, of course I'm gonna be more loyal to a person that would die for me, would take a bullet, would go to jail, like certain stuff like that. That's a whole nother level. Now, if you could get a ride or die like that in a woman, and you should, and for us men, I think we can recognize someone who's really for us right away. And that type of loyalty, it will switch up everything a man does. But the truth of the matter is, generally speaking, there's the women that come in and out of some men's life, they don't present that way. They don't present like they're gonna be that there's somebody that I can be completely loyal to because because of just certain things. It's almost obvious. It's almost I can't even get into details, but it's just like it's different. So it's very hard to compare relationships and then friendships, especially long term friendships. Um, it's just very hard to compare because there's a different level of trust there, dependability. If I break up, let's say Styles and her man break up, it's like, okay, he can come to his homeboy's crib in a way that he may not be able to come to his girlfriend's crib. He could hold him down, like his best friend will hold him down in a way that, girlfriends will kick you out the crib. They'll kick you out the house. They don't care if they know you have a place to go. So that's so the loyalty should be there, but if everyone was on the same page in regards to how to even view loyalty and trust, honesty, all those things, I think there would be a different result.
All right, Styles.
Thank,
Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead, Deal. Deal, go ahead, Deal. Go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead.
I appreciate all of the responses so far. John, I don't know if you're gonna weigh in on this one or not, but thank you guys so far for your responses. But Soprano, you said, I think you said that you could tell right away that gentlemen can tell right away if a woman is a rider or not. First of all, I wasn't talking about the fly by night. I was talking about your woman, your lady, your
one.
wife,
Mhm.
right? Like even if I don't know, everybody's ideals on marriage. Maybe you feel like you don't want to get married, but you can be in a long-term partnership or a lifelong part. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about the fly by nights,
Okay.
but that's an interesting point that you raised, because if you had a friend in your circle who you sensed that you couldn't trust, then I'm assuming that you wouldn't be loyal to that friend, that friend would be on the outside as well, right? They'd be on the outside circle of your friendship. So I respect that for women, that you're like, we just hanging, like this is no big deal. I respect that she's on the outside of your loyalty. But for the person who you are pulling, the woman who you're pulling on the inside of your circle, it still feels like somehow women get blamed for men not being loyal, as opposed to, for an example, let me say it this way. I've been married, right? I was not ideal as a wife. That was my fault. That wasn't him. Yes, there were things that he did that I justified some of my behaviors, but really it was me and my integrity. The reasons why I did what I did is because of me. In my next long-term relationship, I decided, me, Tamika, before I even got into that long-term relationship, this is who I'm going to be in that relationship. And I'm going to present myself this way no matter what this other person does. I don't feel like men say that as often. I don't feel like men come into a relationship saying, this is who I am. And if you mistreat me, I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to be disloyal, but I'm going to walk away.
All right. Styles, you're up there. Next question.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Why are men willing to sacrifice the relationship they have with a woman that they know are the one? It's gonna be hard to find someone else like this person out there. Why are you guys willing to sacrifice that for something quick?
What do you mean?
Sacrifice? Yeah,
Like
sacrifice. What do you mean sacrifice?
Like meaning like
sacrifice, like
cheat,
cheat
don't cheat.
or talk or two ways you can answer it. Either by cheating or like, she's the one, but I'm gonna hold her off and go have fun and do something else. Instead of being with her, I'm gonna hold her right there and then go have fun with everyone else. Or also sacrifice, meaning cheating on that person to go have fun.
Maturity. Your maturity level. After a certain time, you get past all of that. In the beginning, you always feel like and this is just my perspective, always feel like you're missing out. Like, all right, the fellas is out there. And it's like you guys have radar. When a brother is happy, yeah, it's like all of a sudden every chick want to start calling him up. Hey, big head, what you doing? And as soon as you get happy, everybody want to, now you the man, you chilling. And like, oh, don't have a ring on your finger because now, oh, he wiped somebody, so he's willing to be committed. And y'all, it's like y'all on us then. And it's like, where the hell was y'all at when I was just single as hell, couldn't get a date? Like now, everybody come out of the woodworks. But it's a maturity level. Once you get to a certain level, you be like, you know what? I'm good. It's not worth it. You start looking at it. You really do start weighing the pros and the cons. And truly, once you get out the club scene, all that stuff starts to die down. You don't do it as much because you're not in the places that you used to be, around the people that you used to be. So you start being able to take a woman for her worth. You start to see she's worth me chilling out, and being easy. But you just got to take yourself out of certain places, and you got to stop being a grown boy and become a grown man. And once we decide to become a grown man, we cut it out. But for the most part, We thinking we missing out. We seeing our single friends with all these different pretty women, and no matter what, your wife could be beautiful. You're always gonna see someone that might be a little more prettier than her, and it's like, damn, I could get that. And then sometimes we just want to see if we still got it. To be honest with you, like, because women don't come on the men, we come on to y'all. So if you get something to holler at you, sometimes we don't know how to act. We turn into Scooby Doo. Oh shit! And you lose your mind because we're not used to that. So we bump our head and then we go and do what we do. We mess it all up.
Well,
And
I
then-
wanna add to that. I wanna add to that real quick. He said maturity. So the bottom line, sometimes we're just not ready, right? We're not ready for what it is you guys are requiring. But I also want to put this out there that we have to take in consideration that our perceptions are different as different genders, right? Men don't look at, and I'm speaking generally speaking, we get to this place that we understand it from you guys' perspective and how important it is for you, but we sometimes don't associate um, missing out or mistreating and not wanting to be with you just because we still want other women, right? We'll take care of you. There's a bunch of different ways men show that you are the one that has nothing to do with sexual. Because we're so we could be sexual and it just be like fleeting. It's so fleeting for us. That blood go from the brain to down below. All we looking for is a release. Once the release is gone, we 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 good to go like Joe Flo. We're back into regular scheduled programming. It is what it is. But I understand for women, especially sexually, like you don't do these type of things if you really love me, if you really want to be with me, and et cetera, so forth. But for a lot of men who are unable, especially in a younger age, to control some of those urges, which is very natural for us, um, we get caught up. We get caught up in the matrix, losing out on something because we're just acting on what's impulse for some of us, especially at a young age. It's not until we get to a certain point in time in our lives, either had enough, so we uninterested, or we just have a better understanding of how to manage those urges, that we get it, especially if we feel like somebody's like really worth it at that point in time, and we reach that maturity level to understand it's not going to be worth it. But I just want to make it clear that it doesn't mean that a man doesn't love you, he doesn't want to be with you, if he succumbs to that, or especially early in his life.
All right, Dog Mark, you're up, man. Pose your question to the ladies.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait a second. Ja, are you not going to answer any of these questions?
I just want to host. He just want to host.
I'm
Yeah, I
trying.
said y'all ain't get me in no trouble.
He
I'm trying to-
ain't said
It's
nothing
one
to
question.
nothing.
And I'm also-
He just, all right, you next, you next.
Mark, you ain't asked a question yet, so I'm trying to get everybody.
Oh, you still,
Listen,
you ain't
his wife,
you ain't even gonna
birthday just
acknowledge
passed.
what D1
Stop
said.
Don't try to get him in no trouble. He just had a nice weekend. He's taking it cool. You doing
Yo,
it right, John.
You ain't even gonna acknowledge what D1 said. She just said that. Yo, Mark, it's your question.
No, but Depano is right. He just had a good weekend.
That's
they
what
just
it is.
celebrated.
Hey, hold up. Ja, the question
Yo.
that I asked D1, that wasn't my question. I just wanted to reverse it back to her on her question. So down the line, I still want to ask my question.
Yeah. You got that. I was just going around because Mark didn't get a chance to ask his question.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead, Dog Mark.
Go ahead, Mark. Go, Mark.
I guess I have to.
Yeah. You ain't asked one yet.
Nah, my question is something like this may have come up during one of our episodes. Why is the assumption if there is any type of change in what a guy wear, the cologne that he put on, or the way he go to work, if there's any change in his pattern, then the assumption means that there's something going on. You understand? So he wear this cologne he been wearing for years. He switch it up by 2 different colognes, start putting that on. Eyebrows raised. May not necessarily lead to a conversation, but the eyebrows raised. So whatever he wear, boxes or everything, he switched that up. Now it's briefs. Now all of a sudden, eyebrows raised. You understand? May not necessarily lead to a conversation, but it's something different. So the way you normally go to work, oh, you don't go that way no more about the Starbucks? Nah, I switched that up. I go this way all the time now. Now maybe by the third time that may lead to a conversation. How come those little nuances or things like that may lead to some eyebrows raised when it just may mean that he want to try something different?
No,
You see,
because
she already shaking her head.
the week before you changed your cologne,
Why
you
I
told
can't?
us that the new girl Sandra started at work. The week before you started to wear your fresh button ups, you told us that Crystal was in the coffee shop down the block. So you done told us enough for us to be like, and we've been with you for 15 years. You've been
Yeah.
wearing the same ratty shirt every Tuesday for the past 15 years.
Now you
Now
want to
this
dress
Tuesday
up.
comes.
Right, but now listen, now check this out. Check this out, right? Now check this out. Check this out, right? Now, when we first opened up, right, August swung for the fences. Bow. Why you walk around belly button all this, right?
Good.
Now, say the fourth thing. Let's say he start going to the gym now, right? Now, how can he get rid of the belly button? Yo, you know what, babe? I'm gonna sign up for the gym. All these 15 years, he do a little push-ups here and there. Now he going to the gym. Now he got new cologne. He go a different way wearing briefs, right? Why can't he change? Now, this is the same thing you complain about that he's doing. Now, the belly button, right?
Bare belly. The
The
bare belly.
pot
Bare
belly
belly.
is starting to go down. You understand? It's working. And you see that. But why can't he switch up and do these things without, oh my God, Starbucks, oh, that young thing worked there? Why he can't just change?
Or
You
better yet,
can if you
Mark,
come
hold
home
up.
on time.
Better yet, Mark, why can't it be that he's doing it for her and not the
Right.
chick down the block?
Exactly.
Okay. I would like to say
I gotta hear this. Yeah, go
it's
ahead,
the
August.
immediate switch. It's the immediate switch. We pay attention to patterns, women.
Yes.
And
yes.
the immediate switch is an immediate switch in our brains. What's happening, right? Now, if you said, man, babe, I'm not feeling good about how I've been looking, like, you still feeling me, or like, I don't know, I'm not as confident in this. And then you be like, I was thinking about signing up for the gym. We're not gonna think nothing like that. Oh, babe, I saw this new cologne. Can you get that for me? Or I'm a try this new cologne out that I was thinking about. I saw somebody told me about this cologne, Yeah, we had a conversation about something like that. That makes sense to us. Just an immediate change. You got this new cologne. Now you signing up for the gym. We know that y'all don't care. Y'all already told us y'all don't care that much about how y'all look, because we don't care that much about y'all switching stuff. That's what y'all said in the beginning when I
we ain't say that.
question.
We ain't
I
say
wasn't
we
there
don't
for
care.
that. So I ain't co-signing that one.
Nah, you wasn't there for that. We didn't say we don't care.
Women care about the money and men care about the looks.
Yeah, I
So
said
women
that.
gotta dress up and men don't have to. So y'all not focused on that. So when it switches up, then it's like, what's going on? Also, another thing is women look for consistency. Women look for strength in a man. They look for consistency, and they look for decisiveness in men. And when those things are not happening, then, and like Darnay said, maturity, actually my pastor wrote a book on those 4 things. Like, men are not being mature until a certain age, DePlano and Ben had said. But when those things are disrupted, when you're not consistent anymore, when you're not being decisive and making certain decisions as we expect and as you portrayed to us, then we're thinking something's up. We have to figure out what's going on. So it's a red flag. Like, automatically we're like, what's happening?
So what if it just don't require all that science, right? Why it can't just be that he changed?
Or he
And
wants
like Ben said, even if he's not doing it for you, you understand why it can't be for him. Without him explaining it to you or saying, babe, I don't look this way, I don't look that way, why it can't just be for him?
Because that's not just naturally, that's not just what happens with men all the time. Usually, from what we see in our experiences, it's happening because of another girl. When y'all start getting puberty, y'all don't care as teenagers. It starts from then. Y'all
This
don't
is
care about
hilarious.
showering and shaving. Y'all boys be stinky. They mamas
Right.
gotta throw water on them. But when a girl come along, then y'all want to start wearing Axe and all these types of deodorants and colognes. That's embedded in y'all from young.
All right, so if he would have to mention to you before, right? In order for the stomach to go down and get the six pack, that he wants to do this as opposed to just going to the gym.
This is
Now remember,
bullshit.
this is the same belly that you complained about. Now he got the six pack and everything. He good, but you upset that he didn't mention it to you.
No, see, if I complain about the beer belly and he said he's going to the gym, then sure. If I'm complaining about the beer belly and now he's just gonna put on cologne with the beer belly, there's something not right. That's not adding up.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, hold on. All right, y'all. Hold on. Before we move on, because we're this time flies when you're having fun. We running short on time, but we got the captain of our ship here. So, Big Ben,
Ben Boogie.
permission to extend the show, sir.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, there we go. I had to get that out the way. All right.
Permission granted.
Hold on, y'all don't ask any other time. It'd be an hour and 40 minutes.
Like an hour.
Yeah, you wanna
That's a
ask?
fact. That's a fact. That's a
Ouch.
fact. We
I
definitely.
just adjust the time as I see it.
All right. So the ladies is back up next. So D1, pose your question.
Oh, hold on. I just thought we was going to go to Ben because of, oh, wow.
No, Ben is next. Ben is after you.
Let me see. Do I have a question? I don't even know if I have any more questions for y'all.
Okay.
Um,
You want to pass? You can pass.
I'm gonna throw something out there. Let me see what I got. Let me
Throw
see.
something out there.
A little something light,
Why not? Why not?
How do women know when men are ready for a long-term relationship? Are there signals?
Yeah, I think it's signals, and for the most part, again, this is probably going to go back to this a couple of times. So, I'm 52 years old. Jai's in his 50s. I believe Ben is in his 50s. You understand? So we speaking from a different place. And at this point, at this age, we just flat out say it. This is what I want to do with you. I like you enough. I love you enough. This is where I'm at. And then outside of that talk, we show it. But at this age, me, my 50s, I just come out and say it. It's simple.
Grown men say it.
Yes.
Not
You'll
always.
never have to ask. You'll never have to ask.
Not
Yeah.
always.
When the man is ready, you'll never have to ask.
You'll just see it in our actions most of the
Yeah.
like we'll just start doing all the things you want us to do. And we'll be, as Style said, we'll be consistent. Like, you guys like that spontaneity,
Spontaneity.
yeah, you like the spontaneity, but you love the consistency. So once we start becoming consistent and we're around all the time, where you might only saw us 2 times a week, now you're seeing us 5 or 6, and we start talking that, hey, you ever thought about like maybe we should move in? Like when we start talking, like throwing things out there, then all right, this dude, he ready. Like he's on a different path. And we
Yeah,
ain't
you'll
gonna tell
never
you,
have to
won't
ask.
you be my girlfriend? Can you be my girlfriend? Check yes or no. No, we just gonna start doing what we do, and you gonna recognize it.
Mm, mm. All right, Big Ben, you're up.
Listen, a man will make it official before you even have to ask.
Okay,
Facts.
yeah.
Now, my question is going back somewhat because Mark asked a similar question, right? So, like, let's say you're in your relationship and then things just start to kind of get stale as time goes on. You don't have the spontaneity you had, you're not going out as much or whatever. Why is it that when things are going a little awry, y'all automatically think there's another woman? Why can't it just be you? Why can't it be that sometimes
Mm.
it's not nobody else out there that's piquing our interest, is that you're just losing our interest because you're not staying consistent with the things that you were doing at one time. You're varying off. Now, when you start to vary off, we don't think, hey, maybe there's another nigga out there. I don't know.
Never.
We just like, all right, she on her moody stuff again, and we just leave it at that. Why is it always another woman and not just you? Not your behavior, and you're the cause of why we're falling back. Don't all rush in at once.
I
Just,
don't even
Yeah, I heard
understand the
crickets.
question. The question doesn't even make sense to my
The
mind.
question don't
Cannot
make
compute.
sense.
Do you know how exciting we are? Do you know how we bring everything that needs to be brought? How could it lose any level of excitement? What I need another question. I don't understand.
Okay, so go ahead, August. We're gonna leave
My
you
question
alone.
is, why do we rush to say that you're cheating with another female when things change? Why isn't it because of us?
Yeah, that it's just you guys are not doing what you used to do that piqued our attention. Y'all now changed up, and it's nobody else. It's just you guys. This is why I'm not doing the things I used to do.
I think what happens a lot in relationships, and I'm gonna get to like why women, but I think what happens a lot in relationships is that we expect who we are for the other person and vice versa, right? So women are very vocal. And you said, why is it that when you guys say you're unhappy, we don't automatically think that? You don't automatically think that because we already told you why we're unhappy 1,000 times. And when men are unhappy, you're not telling us, you're all actions. Just like you said previously, oh, we're going to show you that we're down for you, or you're the one because of what we're doing. So you're all actions. And so we compute based off of verbalization, and that's why we're so vocal, women, right? And when that's where the clash goes, because everyone behaves based off of who they are as a person or as a gender. And when you guys are showing us that you're unhappy, we might not even get the cues that he's unhappy because we go based off of what you're saying. So a lot of times we might ask, what's wrong? And a lot of times men say, nothing. And you guys allow a lot of things to build up before you finally say, I don't like this, this, this. And half of the time it's, what's wrong, babe? Nah, nothing, babe, nothing. You try to get over it. You don't want to start an argument. You don't want to hear her mouth because you're going to have something to say, whatever the reason is about it. And then when we go, it's another girl. Let me see your phone. Who you went to go see? Why you came home late? And when it gets to that, then you like, no, the problem is when you said this, da, 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 now y'all have something to say when we've been waiting for you to say that the whole time.
So it's communication.
It's communication, yes.
Okay, so even though it's communication, though, there are times where guys will communicate like, yo, babe, like, yo, why you stop wearing those dresses? Our way of communicating might be the way you want us to communicate, right? So at the end of the day, if it's you can communicate, we all communicate, but if the person isn't understanding, then it doesn't really make any sense. So I can have a set of keys, but if it ain't the right keys for that door, it's not going to open. So if you're not communicating the way I need you to communicate, or if I'm not communicating the way you need me to communicate, it's not going to, it's not going to translate. Because we can tell you, like, hey, man, like, can you stop wearing these pajamas to bed? What happened to that lingerie? Or what happened to the t-shirt and panties? Like, where'd that go? And you guys would be like, I'm cold, get out of here. Like, and it's like, yo, what the hell? Like, it just goes away, and y'all don't pay us no mind because y'all like, I ain't got time for all of that. Why not? Why you ain't got time for it? That's what you was doing when I got you. Now we 5 years in, and I'm comfortable now. And then when you get comfortable where you're not doing those things, we stop responding, and then it's another chick. But it don't be another chick. It be y'all.
Meanwhile, we at the gym doing 1,000 push-ups, right? Getting rid of this belly.
Because y'all complain.
You know, and she coming to bed with onesies, right? With the slipper and all that. Maybe, you know, first 2 years in, every night she was wearing nothing but, you know, tank top panties every night. Or barely that. See through this every night, 7 this up. Damn. Couldn't get enough of it. Now, you know, it's different. And I think women have a patent on that term. Nothing. You understand? They got a patent on that. Copyright, trademark. Just coming, hey, babe, what's going on? You all right? Yeah. What's wrong? Nothing. We already know what that means. We just don't know how long it'll go on. It could be an hour. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. But we know nothing means. All we doing in our mind is figuring out the length. And then we trying to pin.
What did I do?
But bam. We may not remember right away, and she's not going to want to talk about it right there on the spot. Now, something that I had to do, and I had to do for myself, because this is how I used to be in relationships. Same scenario. I come, what's up, what's going on? You all right? What's wrong? Nothing. I wanted to talk about it then and there, so we could just get it over with.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't like silent treatment. I don't like doing that. I think it's immature. Why can't we talk right now? Because I don't want to talk right now, right? So maybe, all right, let's give a grace period. 3 days go by. What's up, babe? When we going to have that convo? I don't feel like it. Okay, now it's 5 days. Now, mine's doing this 5 days again. I'm still not getting no ass, right? I got to wait because you don't feel like talking about it, right? Okay, so I got to chill. So let's say it go on for a week, right? Now she feel like talking about it. I done forgot about it. Now I need to get back in that mindset again to discuss what you didn't want to talk about when I mentioned to it initially. We could have been moved on from it. Whatever it is I did, but now a week later or 2 weeks later, you want to discuss it at this point. You understand?
Yeah.
Mind you, I got the 6-pack now because I done been in the gym. You understand what I'm saying? And now you think that it's another woman looking at my 6-pack because I'm getting it in. But yeah, I think women have a patent on that. Nothing. I don't, you know, guys, we don't say that. Like, what's wrong? Nothing. I mean, for us to say that, we hot.
Yeah, we super hot. And we don't want to say the wrong thing. If you
come in and you be, you know, and you say to do it, he'd be like, nothing. He just break out. Sure, give him a minute because he hot.
Yeah, if you get nothing from me, that means I'm at that point where I'm gonna just make some reckless stuff to you. So just leave me alone.
Just leave me alone.
Bring it back down, and then we can talk about it. And usually it's gonna be that day, but just give me a few minutes. And then I'm good.
It's gonna be that day.
Don't think you're not gonna answer this question.
It's gonna be that day. You don't know about dudes 2 weeks later.
I'm gonna answer the question. First of all, I do agree with Styles in that men and women communicate differently. And I don't know, personally, I don't know that I've had men say nothing, like the word nothing to me a lot, but I've had men say nothing. Mm-hmm. So they don't say the word, but they won't say anything. And then I know that women, generally speaking, get accused by men, generally speaking, of men saying to women, you expect us to be mind readers.
Oh,
But I
woo,
swear for God,
God,
I swear for God,
you hit the button. You hit the button.
men, y'all do that to us very often, where you won't say a word and it piles up and piles up and piles up. And 6 months later, it explodes out. And we're like, why you ain't say it to me then? How the hell was I supposed to know what was going on? So that's one thing. The other thing is with the change in behaviors. I think for me, if I can answer for a subset of women, I think the issue is accountability, right? Men don't want to take accountability. Women don't want to take accountability. We keep pointing the fingers at who did what first. So when you say to me, why are you wearing that onesie in bed? I'm saying to you, why you ain't washed the dishes? So this goes in a circle. And it seems to us often that your motivation is always about getting ass. It seems that things become a problem to you when you're not having sex, when we're not giving it up, when we're not being sexy. And so it is literally sometimes the only recourse that we feel like we have. This man will not pay attention to me as long as he's having sex. So you know what? I'm shutting it down, not only out of resentment and spite, but also out of, I don't even feel juicy no more. If I got to come home from work, we both working, I come home from work, I'm cleaning the house, his socks are on the floor by the door, I'm washing the dishes, the bathroom is a mess. If we got kids, I got to feed the kids, I got to do all of this. Now it's 10 p.m. and you think I'm going to shower and put body butters on and put on my see-through stuff with my nipples? No, absolutely not. Pick up some stuff around the house so that I have some time to wind down so that then I feel juicy and I can be like, I want to have sex with you.
Juicy. She can feel juicy.
I can feel juicy. We like to
I
feel
love,
juicy.
I love it. I love it.
When,
We
when
like
you
that.
I like that word, juicy.
That's a
when you
different
pick up that
terminology.
when you pick up that sock, it turns into a dumbbell for us. The whole scenery
Listen.
change. You're in the gym. You got the. It's not a sock to us. The whole scenery is
He
different.
on our text thread, girl, he done picked up his socks. He gonna get some tonight. Watch what I say. Pick up your socks and see what happens. Go get the toilet brush and clean out the toilet. Watch what happens.
That's all
Okay.
it takes is picking up socks.
That's a lie.
Nah.
But that's a
They
lie.
cap it. They cap
They
it.
cap it right now, but I get it. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Go on the guys' chat now. Every time my man does the laundry, he gets a present. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
laundry on the
And
side.
the other
Put 'em on
thing,
the side.
listen, the other thing, y'all can't ask us a question and then tell us we capping when we tell y'all our answer. Y'all
Okay.
can't do that.
Okay. All right.
No, we
said
being
sock.
honest
You
though.
said a sock.
We being
You said
honest.
a sock,
Because, all
boy.
right.
Stop it.
All right.
It's
So let me-
laundry. Laundry sounds better.
Let me
Laundry
stop.
sounds better than a sock.
Yeah.
I mean, come
Listen.
on now. Y'all know I didn't mean
know
a
what
sock.
you
Stop it. We grown.
Listen. Now I'm gonna take from my experience myself,
Dig it.
right?
Dig it.
I am a person, I love to cook, so I will cook. Styles will tell you I'll burn out. I love to cook. I'll do the laundry. The one thing I'm not doing is the bathroom. I hate the bathroom. I did it as a kid. I'm traumatized. So I'm not doing the bathroom. But I'll do the laundry, I'll cook, I'll do the dishes, I'll do all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'll do the food shopping, all of that. I have no problem with that. And you ask my wife, she'll tell you I do all of that. I've always been this way. I'll do all of these things because one, you're not my mother, so I shouldn't have to depend on you to do that. I never understood dudes that leave their socks and stuff laying around. That makes no sense to me. But I could be doing all of that stuff, and because of whatever you got going on, you're in your head about something, you fall back from whatever. Yes, we both go to work, and I might cook, you might cook. It depends on who gets home first.
Dig it.
Huh?
Nah, go ahead.
But it's still, you guys get comfortable. You can say it's the socks, it's this, it's that, and for some guys it is. But the ones that are doing all of that and y'all still do the same thing, then it's like, well, what's the excuse? Because I cook, I clean, I do that stuff, but yet you get comfortable, you start to fall back because I'm here now. When I wasn't here and we wasn't cohabitating together, it was let me do everything to get them. And it's like once you got me, things kind of dwindle down. Now that's both sides though. That's both sides. Men do the same thing at times as well. But I'm asking for the women. I don't want to hear we do it too. I want to know why is it that when we do these things and you still fall back and get comfortable, why is it that once we stop, because you know we will shut down. Y'all both said it. We won't say a word. We'll just get quiet. Why do y'all automatically, oh, well, he got to be out there doing, I'm not giving it to him, so somebody got to be giving it to him. Maybe he just got the baby oil and gel and he doing his own thing when you ain't around. You know what I mean? Because he don't want to go that route.
We thought y'all liked the moo, you know, like back in the days, Granny had like 8 kids off the moo. We thought that was sexy. Y'all like,
yeah, but we ain't grandpa. That was our granddaddy stuff. We don't like that damn moo or slip or none of that stuff that he was wearing back then. I'm a t-shirt and no panties on kind of guy. Like I don't do all that other stuff.
Dig it.
We are not agreeing.
Yeah, but and also knowing how much we crave sex, and then that becomes the thing that y'all withhold without communication. Then there goes the extracurricular activities for the man who already married, woman throwing it at him. He's blocking it like he's Jackie Chan. You know what I mean? And then we get in trouble one way or another.
Right.
But women generally communicate, I think. No,
y'all
that's
don't
not the
communicate
case.
effectively. Y'all communicate the way y'all think y'all supposed to communicate. But I asked my wife this the other day, right? I said, what do you think is showing up for me? What does that mean? Right? And she, came up with her stuff. But I'm like, how do you know what showing up for me is if you never ask me what it means to me? You just assuming that this is what I need. I'm kind of a man's man. I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna keep quiet, whatever I deal with outside, I'm gonna deal with. But if I call you and be like, yo, I had a bad day, when I get in, rub my head and let me lay on your lap for a little while. That's what I might need. Give me a hug and a kiss as soon as I walk in the door. That's what I might need. I might not need you to cook me a meal because I can cook myself. I need the other little things, but you guys assume you know what's showing up for us is, but you never ask, and vice versa. We assume we know what's showing up for you guys are, but we never ask. People don't ask what that means to each other, so you don't know what it is. You assuming.
I think that's a really fair point.
Honestly, valid.
I don't relate to it because I'm a talker. I use all of my words every single day. At the end of the day, all of my words have been used. But I think that's a valid point that we don't take the time to ask our partner what they need. I think that's true.
All right, folks, we're about winding down from our extension from Brother Ben. So we got final 2 questions. So Styles, that's your final question, and I'm gonna end the show with the final question. Go ahead, Styles.
Okay. My question is, why do men think women are angels? Like, why do you think we don't look at your D print? And why do you think we don't want sex all the time? Like, why do y'all think y'all the only ones who want these things or look at the opposite sex?
I never thought that.
Because it was because of church. Church taught us y'all was supposed to be something different.
So you're gonna blame it on the Lord?
I'm blaming it on.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You got to strike that from the
Yeah, y'all got to bleep that one out.
Bleep, please. Come on, blame it on the Lord. Oh God.
I never looked at it like I remember when I was younger, from I'm gonna say 18 to maybe 24, 25. I wouldn't date a woman unless she had a man. I didn't want you concentrating on me, so I wouldn't date you unless you was seeing somebody.
Take that.
So I knew you women wasn't, excuse my French, y'all wasn't shit. So I never thought that y'all were angels or that y'all didn't think about sex all the time. And like, why wouldn't y'all? Y'all human just like us. Like people go, oh, you shouldn't look at no other woman you marry. I'm married. I ain't dead. There's other attractive women out here that I think
Gorgeous.
attractive, but that don't mean I gotta act on it. So like we know you guys are checking us out. Why you think we wear them gray sweatpants? Like, we know y'all looking at our package and why you think we keep the Blistex on our lips? Because y'all looking at our mouth like, I wonder what that mouth do. We know y'all doing that. We know this. So that's why we do certain things, because we want to make sure you take a little more interest in us and take a second look, because you want to, see what it is. We know y'all ain't angels. Now, where I have a problem with the men, I have a problem with is that most men want these freaky chicks that's outside, but once you get them as your girl, then it's like you don't want to do these same things with your wife or your girlfriend that you would do with some chick on the street. But if you was doing that with your wife or your girlfriend, you ain't gonna be looking at nobody else. You're gonna be right there because you getting what you want. And guys like, nah, I ain't doing that kind of stuff with my girl. Like, but why not? Why wouldn't you want to do it with her? Like, this was what keeps you excited and keeps everything going. But dudes like, nah, that's my chick. I ain't gonna do that with her. I never understood that stupidness.
Right.
Yeah,
It's the fantasy. It's like we fantasize about our woman and our companion, and if she's innocent, sweet, beautiful. She's all these different things. Um, but the freak that we chase on a regular basis.
Not I. I want
want everything from
Wow.
the source.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna just jump in on that too. I'm gonna just say this in regards to the whole angel thing. I mean, I never thought like that either. And the only reason we think y'all don't want sex as much as we do, because like D1 said, this is your recourse. Y'all could just stop it when y'all want to. You understand? You never heard of no dude, or at least I don't think you're in a relationship and be like, nah, I'm upset. I don't want to have sex. That's just not within it. We not withholding that from you. I don't think we've ever been that upset unless we gone with it for us to say nah. But for the most part, you don't hear dudes say that shit.
you
But first
punching
day, women
yourself.
upset. Recourse, we gonna stop it. That's the only reason why we think that. But as far as thinking y'all angels, absolutely not. All that freaky stuff and all that, like Vince said, I want to do that with the person I'm with. That's what keeps the excitement. So as those things drift off for 5 years, 10 years, and you all these years in, you got to do all that stuff, everything, everything. Try different things because you don't want that flame to go out.
Facts.
Now, final question.
Am I the only one?
Go
Am I
ahead.
the only one that was taught like that was kind of taught growing up that women don't do certain things and they're not promiscuous and stuff like that?
No, we were
Was I
all
the only?
taught that.
We was
We were
all
all we were
Oh,
all
okay.
taught that way. Like for men, the more women we had, the more of a man we were. The less men women had, the more of a woman they was. That was just how everybody
Facts. It's a
brought
double
up.
standard. It's a double
Yeah, it's a
standard.
double standard.
Mhm.
But as you get older, you stop thinking that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
don't want her body count to be like what was it, Wilt Chamberlain? What Wilt Chamberlain said? Now, come on, that just can't ride. That's a different story.
Yeah.
But we know
Is
that.
35 too high? Is 35 too high?
Listen,
How old is she?
I dated chicks that had their body count in triple numbers.
Woo!
That shit got nothing to do with me. That was before me. Long
Nigga.
as it don't go past, if it's at 100 and I'm 100, it don't go to 101 while we together. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. All right, y'all. All right. We out of time. We out of time. So I'm gonna ask
Okay.
the question of the night.
Good, JJ.
Very-
This
it's
is
a
what
very
we've been
simple
waiting
one.
for.
It's a very simple one. Short and simple.
Okay.
Ladies, why do y'all need to have the last word?
Gosh. Woo!
I'll wait.
See, now this is a setup though, because now
Yeah,
you asking
setup.
us the last question.
That's
It's
the
a
last-
setup.
That's the iron. This is the irony. I'm giving y'all the irony is I'm giving y'all the last word.
Oh gosh.
But I'm asking y'all, why do y'all need to have the last
So
word?
he's a gentleman at the same time. You see that?
Look at that. You
They
see
don't appreciate that, JJ. You see what I'm saying?
that?
I think y'all misunderstand us. That's what I think. I think, yes, Soprano, close your mouth, put your glasses up. I think y'all misunderstand us. I think y'all interpret our behaviors as wanting to have the last word. But I think what we really want is to be understood.
Yes, I agree. I was gonna say the same thing. I totally agree. It's just being heard or understood. That's why a lot of times you say, just say okay. If you say okay, then we feel like you heard us. You understand what we're saying. But for me, I don't like when my man just says okay, because I'm like, are you just shoving me off, or do you understand what I'm trying to say? I just want you to we don't have to agree. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, Brother Ben, we thank you for the extension.
No worries.
Dap, Styles, Dark Mark, and the Empress D1. Another great show has been completed.
Absolutely.
We thank our 92.6 family, WKPB family in the building with Not Right, Not Wrong.
Thank you.
Yes, and on behalf of Brother Ben, on behalf of the Beauty Cave, on behalf of Straight from the Block, on behalf of the Empress D1, and on behalf of Smooth Dark Mark, this is Just Ja saying thank you for listening. Tune in Friday, like I said, Not Right, Not Wrong, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And till next time, adios, salute, Avitas Vane.
All right, y'all.
Yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Peace.